What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. Let's take a look at some charts. All right, let's take a look at some altcoins that have pulled back since yesterday and could be in good areas to nibble, right? To DCA into if you haven't already. We'll take a look at these projects. We'll take a look at their charts. We'll lightly take a look at Bitcoin because it is having a red day this morning. The time I'm making this video, it's actually under 37,000, but it's still basically doing what I expected it to do. And so without further ado, let's do this. All right, so here we are, red day, Bitcoin. Looking at the dollar on the daily, pretty much oscillating, right? Up here, right? As long as it's just oscillating within that zone, it's really a nothing burger, right? On red days like this is when essentially you should be looking to add to your positions to see what crypto projects you like or are looking at on your watch list and seeing if you can add to them, right? Obviously on green days, you just sit and watch. So let's start it off. Let's start off with the first one called Tectum, right? I'm sure you have heard of it. If you haven't, you should. It's a really good project. And today we're having a red day and it's under $10. My average buy is $5.39. So I am in pretty good profits, almost double for the most part. And as you can see, it has been oscillating, same thing. Pretty much, I think, building a base before its next leg up or possibly down, depending on what the rest of the market does. But for now, my bias is towards the upside, and this essentially is an opportunity. $9.75. Do we get back down to $8.74? Maybe, but these wicks tell me so far no. Although we do have a little bit of bodies at around $9.48. These are actually, to me, as far as I can tell, as far as I can see, good areas of entry. Right, just obviously don't go all in at once, because what if it does drop more? Then you're out of firepower. All right, so just nibble, red days, and eventually you'll start seeing things go up. We are in the beginnings of a bull market. All right, don't let them fool you into thinking that we're not. Don't let them scare you into thinking. Although I have made mention that a recession might be coming, but that's not necessarily bad for Bitcoin, right? That's not necessarily bad for crypto, right? And also that we should know that these markets are forward-looking 6 months in advance. So, I mean, once they say a recession hits, markets are already looking 6 months ahead, where probably in 6 months, at that point, the recession will probably be over, all right? So you got to keep that stuff in mind, all right? Don't let them scare you guys. This is brand opportunities that we're having here. All right, so next one, Trias. Big fan of Trias. As far as amounts, as far as capital that I've invested in, Trias is my biggest holding. As far as right now, what's up the most for me, Rio is my biggest holding. All right, so next one, Trias. As you can see, $3.99, just under $4. Again, building a base. Maybe we come back down here to $3.84, which would be a great area to buy. This is looking at KuCoin. All right, so $3.99. Now, if you want to get a great deal on Trias, go to MEXC, where the price is $3.88. Same exact coin, same exact crypto. All right, but you buy it a lot cheaper. You could probably use it as an arbitrage opportunity, but for some reason, I don't know what it is. I think maybe they're not allowing deposits or withdrawals out of Trias. I'm not sure. You have to verify that yourself, because usually when there are arbitrage opportunities like this, for example, where Trias is at $9.98 on KuCoin and $3.98 in KuCoin and $3.87 on MEXC, people would be arbitraging that all day. So there's got to be a reason why it's still there. Anyways, Trias, great coin to have right now. Great project, great project. Good buy-in price. All right, nice little retrace. Next, VRA, another stellar winning project that I think is going to do really great. Do we come back down to this ascending line, to this area right here that's at 0.0066? I don't know. Could we come possibly close? Maybe, right? Could we come maybe under 0.007, maybe 0.0069? I'd be a buyer. Right now, the area where it's at right now, 0.0072, I'd also be a buyer at this area. Start nibbling, DCAing, checking out the chart, seeing if it drops a little more, buy a little more, because I really don't see it get out of this unless the market just craps the bed, which I personally doubt. This area right here, where it could possibly spend a little bit of time before moving back up, trying to get to a penny. Right now it's at 0.0072. This area could be a great area to buy in, and then all of a sudden, once it starts going back up, which we don't know exactly when, but eventually it will, sooner than later, you'll be in good profits. All right. land has moved up, and I was mentioning to you guys laggards, right? And well, laggards aren't going to stay if they're good projects. Laggards aren't going to stay laggards forever. You know, you had all this where I was mentioning it to you guys, close to all-time lows. This is all-time lows. I was like mentioning it here, and then boom, 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 this move up. And I think maybe we are off of these lows, although it's still in a good area. Land share, really good project. All right, but this one isn't. This one isn't one that's a good entry point. Maybe because it is kind of low. Right, this is my average buy, 59 cents. So I am in profits, but we'll see. We'll see. I would wait. I would wait a little bit to see what happens. Although this looks very bullish, but the market, if it is having a red day, then maybe you nibble, maybe. But I don't like to do this. I'd like to wait for a red day, a couple of red days like this. Right, you can see right here, something like that. Maybe you never know. Come back down. Right, you'll probably get it at a better price. Anyways, that's not one of the cryptos that I had in mind to present to you, but there's a little bonus for you. You're welcome. AIG. In KuCoin, it's KIG, Dilithium. I did buy some more today because it dropped underneath this zone, right? So maybe we do drop a little bit more, 0.026. I actually bought just a little bit above it. So I am actually chasing this drop, but I don't have that much money in it. And now I'm just going to wait to see what happens, to see if it drops a little more and nibble a little more. But it's at a good area. This is all-time lows right here. Look at this chart, all right? The project looks really, really good, guys. This week I'm gonna try to just highlight the project, just do a video just dedicated to the project. Look at the website, look at the numbers, so that you guys can get an idea. But I mean, you guys should be also doing that yourselves as well. Chart is very important to look at. We are close to all-time lows. This is a perfect example of a laggard Dilithium, and as I made mention yesterday, they have a partnership with Microsoft. Microsoft is no slouch, guys. All right. So that's AIG, Dilithium, KIG, and KuCoin. Let's look at it. This one, same thing, and this is on Mexi. Very little difference there in price, but yeah, this is not a bad place to nibble. I think. Do we drop lower? Maybe not much lower though, and it could be that if the market rebounds, which eventually it will, boom, this thing could start popping up again. All right, IMGNAI. Not many people talk about this project, but it's done well for me. It's done well for me during the bear market since its inception, since I learned about it, and we are in price discovery, and we do see a nice red. Do we come back down here and play around here for a little bit before the next leg up? It gives you time, right? Once you see stuff like this, that's when you know. Start nibbling, start buying, because eventually, because we are in the beginnings of a bull market, my bias is towards the upside. So this I would see as an opportunity, and maybe we do this for the next couple of days, right? Boom, boom, boom. Maybe we head down lower to 0.038 before moving back up. Right now we're at 0.046. We are close to all-time highs. The all-time high is basically this, the top of this at 6 cents, and we have pulled back from there. See, that's the whole chart on BitGet. That's the whole chart. My average buy 0.014. Bought it pretty damn close to the floor. I actually had bought here before, but I sold up here. bought back in, and here we are. I haven't sold. I'm gonna stay in it. I should have put more money in it. I put a relatively small position in, but now it's looking nice. And who knows? These are the type of plays that could potentially do 100x, 200x, 300x without people even knowing it. You know what I mean? So IMGNAI, image generation AI, 0.046. So right here, I could probably see it. Maybe it's a little stair step, so maybe it doesn't come back down here. Possible, but I'd be nibbling right here, 0.046. And area support line in the sand, 0.038. All right. Uno is one that I've recently been talking about, that I invested in. My average buy, I got it from my average buy was like up here somewhere. No, 5.9. It was 5.9. Yeah, right here somewhere, just under 6 cents, and it's at 0.033 because I took advantage of this drop, and I pretty much bought basically the bottom. On KuCoin, no, on BNB. Let's look at the BNB one. This is on the DEX pancake swap, okay? And as you can tell, it dropped lower, so that's why I got my average buy below actually all this stuff, and that's why it's below this whole chart on KuCoin, because I bought it cheaper on BNB. Right. So anyways, it's at 0.036 right now. Great area. It's below everything, right? Closing in on my average buy price. If it drops below my average buy price, I would buy again. The team dedicated, hardworking. They suffered a hack, and that is the reason of this. The hacker just destroyed this chart, but it is an opportunity based on my research, guys. So I mean, definitely Uno Re. You want to have some type of exposure to cybersecurity, although it might not be a headline narrative. It could be a sub narrative, a good sub narrative. All right. So you do want to have some type of exposure. You want to have, at least I want to have, different sectors, right? A portfolio that has different sectors, because different sectors pop off at different times. All right. And cybersecurity will have its day in the sun, because hacks happen all the time and it's much needed. And they do insurance, cybersecurity. That's their thing. That's their bread and butter. And they're going to come out of this issue back to all-time highs, which would, I'm sorry, back to local highs, which was at 6 cents. It started to pump right here before all this stuff, and now it's dropped. Who knows exactly why? There's no news that I saw. I was looking in the group this morning. Nothing. Maybe people just get upset. People were expecting for it to pump a little higher, which I thought too. But I mean, it gave some back, and now here we are. Maybe we're just going to oscillate at this area for a little bit. Maybe we drop down a little more. Like I said, if we drop below 0.0, my average buy 0.033. I will be a buyer again. I'll start nibbling again. But this is a great, guys. It's below like basically the whole chart. This is on PancakeSwap. So obviously you'd want to use your MetaMask and use PancakeSwap for that. All right. So that's it. And now I'm going to add one interesting one called Prop Base. I am not in it. I have just been watching it because it's in a great narrative. It's a brand new token, as you can see, and I got to do more research on it. But I've been watching it to see what it does, because usually these things, after they pump, they start coming back down, and maybe, just maybe, it's going to start coming back down. I would not be buying right now. I'm just going to wait, because it could drop down a lot more. Who knows? Once the interest wanes, once the hype dies down, you know, and it just starts going like that. But we are in a bull market, so I mean, I don't know if it'll drop down really low. But I have more homework to do. But it's something. That's a real world asset play that's brand new, and newer coins tend to pump more. Real world asset is going to be a super huge narrative, so prop base might be one that you want to take a look at. It's also on MEXC, all right, 0.016, but just to look at, I don't know if I would be in right now. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. This one's a real quick one compared to the other videos that I do. I just love crypto, man. I love talking about it. I love analyzing. I love taking a look at these projects, because, man, I don't know about you, but my portfolio is looking pretty damn green. It's around up 50%. All right, just the beginnings of a bear market. All right, the last cycle that I was in, right, I don't think I was up this much at that time, and at the height of that bull market, I was up big time, life-changing money. I fumbled the bag, but still, that doesn't mean that I was up life-changing money. All right, that next part I will correct at the height of the bull run, because it was a 7-figure lesson that I learned there. But in comparison, right, in the same spot, I'm up about 50%, maybe a little over. I have to go back and do the numbers, but I was looking this morning, and maybe after this drop, I'm down a little more, but it doesn't matter. I know that like we are in like a new part, because every day I'm waking up, I'm like, I want to check my portfolio. I want to see how much I'm up, right? Because things are just pumping, things are moving, guys. And so that should tell you something. It's not too late. It's not too late. We still have until the halving. After the halving, then I could say, all right, yeah, now it's pretty much just hold what you got and wait and sell, right? Because then you have to shift into sell mode, right? After the halving, because that's eventually we're going to get the height of a bull run. Things are going to drop again. How much they're going to drop, we'll figure that out then. But for the most part right now, we are still in accumulation season. There's still opportunities. Maybe we could see some drops, but I don't think that we see that many drops. Like I said, and I continue to say, we are in buy the dip territory, all right? So keep that in mind. Guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I see that we are growing. Subscribers are increasing, so please continue that. Please leave comments, guys. Please leave likes. I would really appreciate it. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.